going back to, the magnitude of the challenges and the problems, and also to go back to some of the discussions that we had in the room, how do we create a distributed leadership versus, the lack of the leadership that exists today, as you were mentioning earlier? So how do we take the approach that you have and create a distributed leadership to help overcome some of these major challenges that the country is facing?
You're talking about a country?
Yes.
Okay.
India as a country.
Okay. See, as I said earlier, in India nothing can change unless you can create a movement. Everything has to be a movement. It will not change just by policy. If people think so, their brains are somewhere else. It's not like Switzerland, you put something on a notice board and it will happen, okay? It doesn't work like that. We must work with the realities in which we exist. People always come to me and complain, Sadhguru, I cannot work with this person, what she did, what he did, all this. I say, see, this is the kind of people we have on this planet. If you cannot work with them, you go to heaven. Because there are supposed to be some ideal kind of people. You go there and work. If you want to do something here, you got to work with these people. This is the way it is. Yes. You don't like these people, but you like this world. How is that? So, it's important that we learn to understand that whatever I'm saying is not a complaint, it is more an understanding of a certain situation. This is the way it is. India, we enjoy being chaotic. You have to admit it. It doesn't matter how well you're doing in Silicon Valley, when you go and land in Bangalore, you'll like it.
That's the hidden secret of all of us.
Because the organization can be overwhelming after some time. Yes, everything works, you appreciate that, but slowly it gets sterile. So, India is a very organic chaos, and that is the strength of India, you cannot change that. You just have to learn to blow the chaos in the right direction.
It's well said. Well said.
India doesn't happen because of somebody doing something. It's what the billion people are doing. It's like a beehive, but still we need a queen bee or a king bee, okay? I'm sorry, I'm not using that in some context. When I say a beehive, when we look at a beehive, it's a complete chaos, but there is a tremendous sense of organization within. You should see how Isha functions. Nobody takes any leadership position, but everything happens in extraordinary timelines. If you look at some of the biggest people who run largest infrastructure companies have come and looked at our infrastructure, the timelines in which we have built the buildings with nobody qualified, okay? All taking my own architectural drawings, which are crude and basic, and building it in extraordinary timelines and very unique kind of buildings. Why this happens is, everybody is on to do their best. Lot of chaos happens. It looks like it's not going to happen, but it'll always happen. This is the way that country functions. So somebody has to grasp this and guide it in a way without standing up there and saying, I'm the leader, come on, let's do it. That's not going to work. In India, a leader should not stand in front of the people. In India, a leader should stand behind the people, only then it'll work. A leader who has this much sense and understanding, at the same time forceful. You need to be forceful, otherwise a point is not going to get across. If you speak meekly, it's not going to go across. It doesn't. I batter them. When I stand up and speak, I make fun of everything in their life, from their gods to their toiletry habits, everything. I make it threadbare in front of them, make fun of them and say this. But all this is fine, but This can be used in a phenomenal way, and we always have. We have always done things successfully with a completely chaotic approach. You do not take away that organic strength that the nation has. Do not try to bring back some sterile sense of discipline, it's not going to work. You can't discipline an Indian, okay? But you can fire him up, he gets fired very easily, more easily than just about anybody. So if once you set fire, it's only a question of managing the direction of the fire, isn't it?
Interesting. I think that's very interesting.